This is how we do it, man. Love this new mic, Jake. Now you sound the fun.
Let's get it.
Yes. County King Soul 8.
Hey, this
Don't
one I'm
stop.
loving, man. Let's have
On
it,
the
man.
track with my man
Johnny B, let's get it.
Let's go, riding high, feeling good, posting like a true player should. Let's go, right now, you got the raps, I got that sack, I sip the lane and I lean back. On my twin, yeah, what's the word? In the early morning, tripping like a bird. First come, yeah, first serve, jump off the work, and then I've been a curve. Say time flies when you have a fun, so I smoke good with a green thumb. It's been a while, but I grab my pen, still twist the game like juice and gin. 301, yeah, that's my song. DC Cuzzo, that's my home. You gonna rap my city on the microphone. I'm doing this for all my chicks, like California, push the pedal down to the metal, we blasting off to another level. Six strike, who got it, baby? I'm the rocket fuel in the space shuttle. We riding, we riding, we riding, riding high, riding high, riding high, riding high, riding high, feeling good, posting like a true player should. Let's go, right now you got the raps, I got that sack, I sip the lean and I lean back, lean back, lean back, riding high, riding high, riding high, riding high, riding high, feeling good, posting like a true player should. Let's go, right now you got the raps, I got that sack, I sip the lean and I lean back, lean back, lean back.
Let's get it. Let's get it. I sip the lean and I lean back. I sip the lean and I lean back.
Smitty hit me, it was early, I was still feeling tipsy. Laid up with a missy named Christy, she was on my dick so quickly. Are you up at the city, where the shit get shifty? Surely, I'll be there in 30, riding dirty. What's up with the birdie? Roll it up, feeling good. Post it up just like we should. Lone Star misunderstood. Gotta get your girl up out that hood. Blowing down 202, rolling high with the open brew. The law is in my car review. Looking at me like a prostitute. No, I don't shoot, I don't slang, I don't kill, but my beats bang. I can teach your kids some things. Terrible role models, cause we hold bottles and blow hollows. Hit the floor and hold the throttle, rolling live in the wood. Passing J's like we should. The sun is setting. Wonderful setting for drug selling. They at my door smelling. So I jump out the back with my knapsack. Now they on my tracks like they found crack. That's okay, cause I'll bounce back with a bit less of an ounce of that. They're feeling great, folding weight, living life, that's all it takes. The police that patrol the state, feeling like they on the state. We riding over through the Jake, rolling by slow as pace. No homeboy, this ain't a race. You still in novice place, looking out with that snobbish face. Hey,
We riding, yeah, we riding high, feeling good, posting like a true player should. Let's go right now.
This is
This show will start in a few moments. I thank you all for tuning in. Respect to the family. It's not too much that's going to be said, but I do have a lot to say. Now let that sink in. Let's go ahead and rock out. I'll be with you all in a moment. Just hold tight.
yeah. Lone Star, County Kings, forever. Let's get it. Yeah, look. Hold up. Yeah. Hold up. Yeah. Hold up. Hey, look. The king is back, I'm the glitch in the matrix. Lasers leave you faceless, body melting like cake mix. Pakistani and bombs coming from Baghdad. Grabbers to me be so sad, leave you frozen and toe tag. Full metal jacket, metamorph like an alchemist. Lyrics be automatic while spitting volleys 1,000 clips. If you want it, come get it because I got it. I'm like years ahead of the rest while I'm launching off like a rocket. 2 minus 10, take a century to study me. I consist of a galaxy orbits in my anatomy. Kamikaze, it's futile to try to battle me. Only way to describe the collision would be a tragedy. Like Mayweather, this champion's undisputed. I calculate every move and I'm smarter than a computer. Listen, Bobby Digital, interwrapped into physical. Shadow boxing the falcon and soaring just like an eagle. My wingspan is the width of a pterodactyl. Spot you a moon away with the vision of a kaleidoscope. The perfect cure for this game, I'm like the antidote. Don't get too close, my kick is that of a horse with the quickness, power, and force. The collision will crack your cantaloupe. So save your drama, I eat beats like piranhas. Destroy a third of your village like it was John Guillama. my revelation, chaos and devastation. Standing up on a mountain, preparing for domination. I'll cut you down because lyrically I'm a lumberjack chieftain without the cataract, spitting until my lungs collapse. Let's get it. Go. Hold up. Hold up. Hey, hit it. Hold up. Hey, hit it. Hold up. Hey, get it. Round 2. Fight. Look. Lyrically, I pulverize all competitors. I'm the star of this movie, director, author, and editor. I'm King Kong in this jungle like a gorilla. Pussies play like they killers, but softer than a chinchilla. I kick a flow like my name was Ryu and Ken. When I throw a blow to your chin, it will crush you like all you can. I pluck some off like a sniper, no hesitation. I posted up in my tree on a Navy SEALs operation. It's automatic, I spit it the way I practice. Rappers biting this flow is like trying to swallow a cactus. I'm with this diva whose accent is from Sudan. Every night we laying bare, she resources from the Koran. Listen, I'm here to flood the whole industry like a riot. Overshadow your city, my presence be of a giant. They rap a lot, but their actions be very quiet. So in the name of this song, could we have a moment of silence? Okay, now back to business. Here to blow up the booth if you want me to be specific. Me, I'm just so terrific and vicious the way I rip it. Baby girl ain't no timber, regardless though she can get it. So I took down my digits, had her to my hit list. Then I blew out her back and I left her whole body twitching. My heavily intuitions be far beyond comprehension. Nothing of this dimension, only here on a mission. For what? To gobble up all you actors, hungry just like a hippo, eating up all you rappers. It's stop.
God have mercy upon us.
Okay, now, much respect to the family. Let's go ahead and get this set. Whoever may be watching, much respect to you. We are going to stay focused. All right, so the main thing that I want to speak about today is character, who you are, what you represent. Character, who you are, what do you represent? What is it that you represent as a person? What is it that you truly, truly stand for as an individual? What do you represent for your community and what it is and where you come from? The number one thing that I was raised on is knowing who I am. I was raised on learn you. Why was I raised on learning me? Because I was taught from a very early age, I cannot control anybody. I can only control me. I can only focus on, for the most part, what it is that I need to do for myself. But watch this. This is the kicker. When you actually focus on what it is that you need to do for yourself, you then turn around and you find yourself being a pillar of your community. Now, for the most part, this is a message, for the men. A message for the men. I just want to take time and I want us to think about how far gone things have become. The shift in mentality. What do you represent? What do you stand for? And when it comes down to it, and you know that you're being faced with the adversities of life, do you real deal still stand on what it is that you've been saying the whole time? Or do you shift gears just because you might be in a different atmosphere and zone? Many kings were beheaded on, in the face of their enemies. But you know what? There are many kings who have sat and said, I'm ready to die for what it is that they stood for. I'm ready to go ahead and take part in the afterlife because of what I stand for here. You see, what do you represent? So my story, right? As long as I can remember, I've always known, right, that there's going to be a part of life that I'm just not going to understand. There's going to be a part of life that for some reason I am going to try to figure out, and I'm not going to be able to figure that out. But you know what I can do? I can focus on what it is about myself that I can make my own world perfect in its own in its own imperfections. That is what it is that I do in my life. I'm able to recognize how I can manipulate the environment around me. I am able to shift and mold and create. And because of that, that is what gives me a purpose. That is what allows me to say, you know what? I stand for something. I don't shift. I don't mold, and I don't look for validation, which is something that is very fascinating in this life. What is that exactly? Right? The whole seeking validation. What is that? Now, I want us to really pay attention. Okay. Any form of validation is something that all of us look for. When people say seeking validation, they're not realizing that validation is being sought within themselves by even making a statement. It does work that way. When it comes to being exactly who you are at all times, these are factors that can take place. All right, so look, I say all the time, and I've always had this as my motto. Too many people seek their validation from exterior motives as opposed to seeking what it is that's valid within themselves. 24/7, I have said this. I may not have said it as of late, but it's damn sure on my record books. Now, when it comes to the actual aspect of knowing oneself, you got to know yourself through certain validation. That's right. Let's take a job, for example. Okay. You know exactly what it is that you can bring to that job. You know exactly what it is that you can offer to this corporation and or company, right? All right. So what we need to recognize is that there is something that every application asks for. And what is that? 3 references. That's right. We hear what you are saying, but do you just have at least 3 vouchers outside of yourself to validate what you are saying? When it comes to a marriage, do you know what needs to be present? 2 witnesses. When it comes to certain counsel on religious, let's say, a religious overstanding of what it is that will be put into the doctrine. So whatever's going to be put out there, there has to be a certain amount of scribes and scholars that must sit at the table. There must be a certain amount of sheikhs and imams, right? And rabbis that must sit at the table and all come to a conclusion. No one man is going to hold all the power. But see, what we're speaking about is, what do you stand for? So since we know that no one man can have all the power, do you actually say to yourself, I recognize my thoughts are my thoughts. What it is that I think, what it is that I believe, there will be people who will be able to correlate and get where you're coming from, right? But majority of the time, because this world is so massive and because just as many people pass away, there are new folks born, right? A baby is born. If we know that the cycle of life continues and continues and continues and continues, then what is it that makes you really believe that whatever it is that you think in particular think and what your ideology is will be the be all end all? Are there some things that will be able to take hold, take fold, and be able to, have itself and it's placed in the history of time? Absolutely. But the fact is this: laws change every day. The technology of cell phones and video games, it changes every day. All of these things change every day. So if you know that life continuously changes, how much of yourself do you stay in position? Do you really just stay yourself? Do you know how to stay exactly who you are and not, let's say, acquiesce and go ahead and conform to the world? Are you able to do that? All right. Let's go ahead and do this right here. We're going to go ahead. We're going to take a quick moment. And we are just going to think. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in. The time right now is 2:18 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank you all so much for watching. So what do you stand for? What do you represent? Let's go ahead and get to it. I'll be right back with y'all in a minute.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I'm gonna get mine. Get yours, nigga, cause I'ma get mine. Today gon' be a good day. Jack gon' keep it playing from the Genesis. As I'm blowing dope, being broke, my only nemesis. Remember when it wasn't all good, I used to reminisce. Felt like I was going through hell with no deliverance. Niggas throwing salt in the game, condoning ignorance. But when it's really in you, not on you, we know the difference. Nigga ain't no willing and dealing, we really killing shit. My brother passed a shooter like Luca, he gave me sentences. Nigga, I was Dennis before you knew what a menace is. Now I just spread love to these bitches, ho, I'm a feminist. Way they running back to the dick, they think they Emmitt Smith. No real player gon' break it, that shit be imminent. Yeah. Nigga, we was trapping out the tenement. Niggas ain't hard, they just loud, them niggas impotent. Ain't in it for the glory, my life story is intricate. Don't crash out for the money and watch the niggas you get it with. I say it all, cause I'm past the point that I'ma play with y'all. And as the president, I'ma have to revoke your player call. Don't think a nigga ever was real, and he gon' stay a fraud. Don't think a nigga bluffing is not nothing to break them all. Saquon, ho, it's not nothing to shake them all. There ain't no street clothes in my bed, ho, better take them all. Just get that cheese, breaking that bread, and I can stay involved. Wanna look sweet in my side seat, got to pay the cost.
Dope and cheese, I'm smoking G's. While I was scaling dope and weed, y'all been yelling broken knees. You gon' do it, baby, do it, gotta hold and squeeze. For real, it's cold out here, one of you hoes gon' freeze. Rob the reverend, call the blessing, hold your nose, don't sneeze. coupe, nigga. Oops, nigga. Pull up in that big shit like I'm too big for that coupe, nigga. Too legit to quit, no, I'm just too legit for you, nigga. Twin Towers feel the power when we speaking, nigga. Coke like I was in the Ghost with Tommy Egan, nigga. If your bitch looks suspicious, she probably creeping, nigga. If you heard the shit before, it's probably me, nigga. Don't ask me about no money, I'ma tell you, let me hold something. 60K and Debbie walking around like I don't owe nothing. So-and-so got shot up, I just act like I don't know nothing. I call love, but we make a hit and miss a home run. Clean up in the kitchen, we can't have no dirty dishes, cause it's roaches outside and we cooking if they don't sniff it. Took a shot in the dark, I just went for this shit. Why I aim for the stars, go forward and get nothing. Somewhere there's a young nigga on the same thing. Suggested advice, I tell him do better. Baby mom pregnant, I was turning 18. Ain't even focused my mind to getting cheddar. So I quit this rap shit, quit chasing my dreams. Fuck it, get money off of hoes and the fiends. Fuck it, get money, then turn around, blow it. If I was my plug, man, I wouldn't even throw it. Maybe I...
Okay. So, what you create is what you create in your mind. Why are you saying that, Smitty? Are you going off somewhere? Maybe if you think I am. What you create is in your mind. How you see this world is how you're going to see this world. But the fact is that however you see this world is, you got to stand on whatever it is that your perspective and your bubble consists of. You know, my bubble and my life consists of, for example, so I have an aqua marble that I float and rotate in throughout this world. You want to know what that consists of? Quiet, peace, right? Planned out, right? Okay. All right. Fully well stocked. All right. And a small circle. All right. So boom. That's my aqua marble. I need cleanliness. I need quiet. I need peace. All right. I need to stay fully stocked, and I must have me a nice, solid, full, small circle. Now, once I have that, whatever it is that represents in my life, I must stand on that. I can't then turn around, flip, and try to go with a whole bunch of new, different stuff that everybody else is talking about. That's not going to be conducive to what it is that's actually going on in my life. And that's the main point that I wanted to make sure that I drove home. Not going to be here long. Going fishing in a little bit. Maybe I'll get up with you guys then. Maybe not. Probably not. I want you to always remember this, okay? Whoever you are, you will never know who you are if you keep on looking for who you are through other exterior motives. You will never be able to just flex in your own way if you keep on looking for who you are from exterior motives. Everything that you consist of must be about exactly what you consist of. Now, what you're supposed to do is nourish and nurture, right? And cultivate and keep on tilting to the soil around the tree of your own life. You know how we have something called a family tree? That family tree started from two individuals, right? Cultivate whatever it is in your life that consists of your aqua marble that rotates throughout the universe, in which we all float and rotate in. Be exactly who you are. Yo, listen, if I real deal just took the very moment that somebody said something to and or about me and just said, you know what? I'm in my feelings. I'm out of here. So much would be lost. So much would be lost. You got too much to offer. I don't know who you are listening. I don't know who you are who may hear this one day. But you got a lot to offer. Give it to the people. All right. You know something that I always learned from my father? He always told me, he said, you're really good at writing and drawing. And he said, you know what? If you ever stopped, it would be a sin. I asked him why. Why would that be a sin, Dad? He said, because if you do, then you are not giving the gift that is forgiving. I said, huh? He said, yes, every gift. He said, God gave you a gift. God gave you a gift to be able to create and make portraits and write, right? You must give it. Every gift is forgiving. When you're blessed with something, it's not supposed to be held to yourself. And that goes right back to what I'm talking about this entire time. When I say be exactly who you are, just stay you. Because, you know, a lot of times the very ones who are attacking you are the very ones who do not know themselves. This is not a message like, you know, from something that's happened, just in case people like Smitty, well, what took place? No, it's just a moment in time where I just got to remember. So I'm really talking to myself. You all just so happen to be here. And again, every gift is for giving. So I believe it will be very selfish of me to go ahead and take this moment just to myself alone. All right. I want to make sure that this is spread out into the ether. And that's primarily what this is about right now. I want us to just, you know, even in the midst of us enjoying our summer, enjoying everything we got going on, which I damn sure am, as well as the rest of us, let's also just take a moment of pause, right? The real pause, not the perverted type of pause, but actual pause in your life. Like right now, this moment. Yo, just really think about, who are you? Who are you? You know, I mean, because we can talk about whatever we want to talk about when it comes to these talking points and narratives and things of that nature all day. But at the end of the day, who are you that is actually saying what is being said? Who are you who is saying what is actually being said? Let's just take a moment, 60 seconds, that is. Respect. All right, now, you know, just take a quick moment, like real talk. Take a quick moment and just think to yourself. Like I don't want to really, you know, show no videos and things of that nature right now. I just want to go ahead and just talk to you while talking to myself. I'm talking to myself right now, but I just want to put it out into the ether. You know, we talk a lot about seeking oneself, and we talk a lot about wanting happiness, wanting love, wanting respect. Okay, all right. Keyword wanting. All right, what do you need? And you know something? We have really steered away from that, and we don't realize how dangerous it is. That's right. I'm gonna go ahead and kick that ball off. I got you. All right. When it comes to need, now let me go ahead and I got hit the fan. I forgot about that. 1 second.
It's the time of the season when love runs high. In this time, give it to me easy and let me try with pleasured hands to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you everyone. It's the time of the season for loving.
All right, respect to the family. I apologize about that. So listen, right, this is what we're going to do. Do recognize when you are in a mode, you're supposed to move in a certain direction when you are actually, you know, in position. While talking to myself and talking to you, you know, I sit back and I get to think. I do get to thinking to myself. So what is it that I'm really looking for? I'm talking about in this life when it comes to purpose, right? When it comes to being purpose driven. What is it that I'm looking for? This is something that I was thinking to myself at one point, right? So I'm just going to walk you down the aisle of where I've come with this. I always wanted to make sure that I was in some form of fashion and position to be of servitude. Now, me wanting to do that, now I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool beans, how I do that? All right, bet. So I found myself winding up being a chef. All right, retired from that. Now I'm here with you guys in other places as well. I figured out what it is that brings me joy. I figured out what it is internally that brings me joy, but I get to extend it to the exterior. When I cook for people and when I see how much they enjoy the food, that brings me joy. Thus, I'm doing something for myself and you, but it's for me first. Why? Because I had to cook the meal before you ate it. When I cut someone's hair and when I'm barbering, it brings me joy. Why? Because it's something that I did, which little do you know, as fresh and clean as you're about to be and look, and you're going to hold that mirror up and be like, God dang it. You know what I'm saying? Throw in that tip, the whole nine. I did something for myself. I did something that brought about instant gratification for myself. I am learning more and more about what my purpose is and who I want to be. Who are you? What do you stand for? I stand for purpose. Now, if you're able to actually recognize how deep your true purpose is, then that means that you're able to actually go deep within yourself. And a lot of people aren't capable of this method. It's something that's very serious. Let me hit my headphones real quick. Much respect to the family. Let's get this. All right. When I do music, when I do spoken word poetry, anything that I do, I sit back and I actually am doing something for myself while I'm creating and doing art. What it is that you all enjoy is something that came from me, right? I'm speaking of this as an artist. The portrait is not for the painter. The portrait is for the viewer. All right, now, respect to the family. Anybody that creates, all of us, every last one of y'all. See, the thing is, again, I want you to pay very, very close attention. I'm speaking to myself and echoing to you. This is nothing more than an echo. Okay? Nothing more than an echo. Echo. Alright. When you actually know how to dive deep within yourself, that is when you're able to have the longest reach and extension for those around you. When you're able to actually harness, right? When you're able to harness the best of yourself, that's when you're able to take along with you as most as you can. All right, so watch this. Let's go to Noah, or some would say Nuh, right? Had to build an ark. Okay, so Noah had to build an ark. And he had to go deep, deep within himself, right? Even to be able to get the word or anything to go and do what he had to do. Okay, boom. All right, cool beans. Let's just take the story for what it is. Nothing would have been done. No animals nor any form of family would have been saved if he wouldn't have been able to go within himself. During the process of whatever vision was going on in order for that ark to be built, he had to be one within himself. Now watch this. What happened? Because he was one within himself, he was able to go ahead and right then and there, he was able to be of a beneficial factor. The ark became a pillar. Thus, that is what he was. No matter whatever drunken state, the whole nine, the fact is that it was able to be accomplished. And we're just going by what the story says. All right. There are so many factors in life that you must look at, that must be adhered to, you must listen to. And if you don't take time to listen and adhere to these factors in life, you will continuously be in a physical state of limbo. That's right. And nobody wants to be in that physical state of limbo. So with that being said, I need for us to recognize that you actually stand for something so magnificent. You do. You actually are somebody of a very contributing factor in life. You know, even if people act like they don't want to hear from you, they actually do. You want to know what it is that they don't want to hear from when you speak? They don't want to hear from themselves as their thoughts linger while you talk. Please keep this in mind. You have something so valuable to give the world. Just keep on shining your light. Who cares how anybody looks at it? You know what you need to do every single time you step into the room. You are supposed to bring your light, but at the same time, you are also bring this factor with you.
Black Air Force Energy.
All right. And do what you need to do for yourself. Do what you need to do to keep you in your right spiritual state and headspace. Do what you need to do that keeps you in motion. All right. Because when we talk about emotions, we need to also remember, once again, people, I will reiterate, emotion, the energy that moves you, emotion. That's right. Motion is movement. The E is energy. It is the energy that moves you. So don't put yourself in positions where the emotion, energy that will move you, will take you to a place that would get you out your body. That's a lot that comes with this. Listen, I get it. It's real comfortable. It's real easy to just stay in the state of the physical. But we need to remember that this physical vehicle is very temporary. You know how, like, just for example, if you happen to be listening to this while riding in a vehicle, what you're going to do is you're going to step outside of that vehicle. You're going to turn it off. I'm talking about the radio. Whatever sounds are going on inside your car, you're going to turn it off. That car is basically the body, the flesh, the vessel. You as the driver, you are the controller. The car don't do nothing without you in it. You are the spirit of the car. Whatever songs are played inside that car, you control that. Which direction that car moves in, you control that. When you look into the rear view mirror, that is your past. Isn't it so small? When you look out the front windshield, that's your future and everything you're going towards. Isn't it so large of a view? Respect. Respect to the family. All right. So just go ahead and take time and think to yourself, am I really on the path of...
Let's get it. This that go and get it. With no hesitation. This that never quit. Start that elevation. This that process. This that in the making. This that started from the bottom. This that motivation.
All right, y'all. Much respect to the family. Definitely is that time for me. And it should be that time for you. Because the time right now is 2:44 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank you all so much for tuning in. Just take time. Think to yourself. What do you stand for? What is your purpose? Why are you here? All right, slow yourself down. Slow yourself down. Slow down. Just slow down. All right. Once upon a time, we had something called Stop and Smell the Roses. But I know everybody got to work. We got to go get it. We got to go get the bag. Go get the bag. Go get the bag. I know. Okay, cool beans. Now, once you got it, do you know who you are when you get it? That's going to be real important in order for you to be able to maintain and keep it, right? So let's just say we want to go with, man. I can't, Smitty, I can't stop now. I got to go get that bag. All right, back, go get the bag. Make sure you know what to do when you get it. Make sure that you don't lose yourself while in the process of doing so. You see, how it's something we call selling your soul. Be easy with it. And that is why I am so thankful that I've taken time, and I do take time, as you should as well, and we all should. Sometimes just be silent. That's it. And that's okay. It's okay to just sometimes be silent. Why? Well, primarily for this reason.
My father once told me, "Son, you see silence? Silence is power. Never explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Never waste time proving your worth to those who can't see it. Stay silent, stay focused, and let your success be the loudest response." He taught me that not everyone deserves an explanation, and not every battle is worth fighting. Some people will twist your words, no matter how carefully you speak. Some will doubt you, no matter how hard you prove yourself. That's why silence is a weapon. Because when you stop talking and start doing, the results speak for themselves. So let them doubt you. Let them question you. Let them misunderstand you. It's not your job to convince them. Your only job is to keep moving forward, to keep building, to keep proving them wrong without ever saying a word. Because in the end, words fade, but success, that's undeniable.
Yeah. And with that one being said,
my mic is muted.
Yeah, I'd be easy with this. Just make sure that you know yourself. Know you before anybody else. Respect.
I'ma get mine. Get yours, nigga, cause I'ma get mine. Today gon' be a good day. Jack gon' keep it playing from the Genesis. As I'm blowing dope, being broke, my only nemesis. Remember when it wasn't all good, I used to reminisce. Felt like I was going through hell with no deliverance. Niggas throwing salt in the game, condoning ignorance. But when it's really in you, not on you, we know the difference. Nigga ain't no willing and dealing, we really killing shit. My brother passed a shooter like Luka, he gave me 10 assists. Nigga, I was Dennis before you knew what a menace is. Now I just spread love to these bitches, ho, I'm a feminist. Way they running back to the dick, they think they Emmitt Smith. No real player gon' break it, that shit be imminent. Yeah. Nigga, we was trapping out the tenement. Niggas ain't hard, they just loud, them niggas impotent. Ain't in it for the glory, my life story is intricate. Don't crash out for the money and watch the niggas you get it with. I say it all, cause I'm past the point that I'ma play with y'all. And as the president, I'ma have to revoke your player call. Don't think the nigga ever was real, and he gon' stay a fraud. Don't think a nigga bluffing is not nothing to break them all. Saquon, ho, it's not nothing to shake them all. With no street clothes on my bed, ho, better take them all. Just get that cheese, breaking that bread, and I can stay involved. Wanna look sweet in my side seat, got to pay the cost.
I got dope and cheese, I'm smoking G's. While I was scaling dope and weed, y'all been yelling broken knees. You gon' do it, baby, do it, gotta hold and squeeze. For real, it's cold out here, one of you hoes gon' freeze. Rob the reverend, call the blessing, hold your nose, don't sneeze. Poop, nigga. Oops, nigga. Pull up in that big shit like I'm too big for that coupe, nigga. Too legit to quit, no, I'm just too legit for you, nigga. Twin Towers feel the power when we speaking, nigga. Cope like I was in the Ghost with Tommy Egan, nigga. If your bitch looks suspicious, she probably creeping, nigga. If you heard the shit before, it's probably beating. And don't ask me about no money, I'ma tell you, let me hold something. 60K and debt be walking around like I don't owe nothing. So-and-so got shot up, I just act like I don't know nothing. I call love, but we make a hit and miss a home run. Clean up in the kitchen, we can't have no dirty dishes. Cause it's roaches outside and we cooking if they don't sniff it. Took a shot in the dark, I just went for this shit. Why aim for the stars, go forward and get nothing. Somewhere there's a young nigga on the same thing. Suggested advice, I tell him do better. Baby mom pregnant, I was turning 18. Ain't even focus my mind to getting cheddar. So I quit this rap shit, quit chasing my dreams. Fuck it, get money off of hoes and the fiends. Fuck it, get money, then turn around, blow it. If I was my plug, man, I wouldn't even throw it. Maybe I would get money, you know it. Really had the city for some summers with the lows, yeah. Going down the wrong way, niggas getting smoked, yeah. I ain't even tell you about the times I was broke, yeah.